What's up, everybody? Welcome to a special video that we were going to be putting up here for fanboysanonymous.com. I'm your host, Tony Mango, and with me on this panel is Chris the Dace Man. Dace.
Hey guys!
We decided that we were going to do a little reaction video of our latest trailer that we just watched a little bit ago, about an hour ago, I think, if my clock is correct. Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens. They just released one of the trailers. There's a rumor going around that they had multiple trailers in multiple markets and all that, but so far we've only seen the one. But I went fucking nuts seeing this, so did Dace, and we decided, holy shit, let's just talk about it on a podcast. So instead of doing a big group meeting where we have a whole bunch of people talk for 2 hours about, the same kind of subject or whatever, we're going to pump this out real quick. We're going to talk about our first reactions and generally our feelings about it and everything else like that. I guess the first thing to start off with is, what was your first reaction, Days?
It was, oh my god, here comes another Star Wars movie! And
I
then
think I
it
had the
kind of
same,
dissipated.
the actual same lines in my head. Just like, we're actually getting it. Ah.
Yay, it's so exciting! I don't know what's going on, but I'm hooked!
So, quick rundown of what happens through there if you haven't seen it yet. Which, if you haven't seen it yet, go check it out and then listen to this video, because you won't have a clue what the fuck we're talking about. But the full breakdown is, we've got a voiceover saying, "There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?" And we've got our little shot of the desert, and then, bam! Stormtrooper pops up. It's John Boyega, who, I don't know anything about John Boyega, but now I apparently know he's a Stormtrooper. And then we cut to a droid, which instead of, wobbling like typical R2-D2 mode, they figured out a way to put wheels on them. So
Yeah, it's like a soccer ball.
yeah, it's kind of like a Segway droid, a little bit. We go to a drop zone for stormtroopers. They're all gonna pull the Iron Man 2 and throw their Pepper's gonna throw the stormtrooper helmets out the window, and they're gonna have to go chase them. Then we get Daisy Ridley on a speeder bike. No
Like
clue what her character is yet.
1920 speeder bike. They went really old school for it.
Yeah, that was kind of odd. It was sort of like the speeder from A New Hope, but turned on its side.
Yeah, it's the Model T.
Yeah. Then we've got the old Red 5 standing by kind of a thing. Thankfully,
Stay on target.
thankfully it's
target.
not Porkins' son. Or else he wouldn't be able to fit in the damn thing. That cuts to X-Wings over water. Beautiful shot.
Yes.
Then we've got what I can only assume is our main baddie, our Sith. He pulls out a new lightsaber design. We've got like a standard sword kind of a thing with like the hilt, which I don't quite know why that's useful, but
It's a red cross. He's the Antichrist.
that'd be a way to do it. Darth Maul looked like a devil. Maybe this guy's like the actual one. And then the voiceover says, "The dark side and the light." That cuts off to the Millennium Falcon versus a bunch of TIE fighters, and then our title, Star Wars Force Awakens, if you didn't know that already, which I don't know why you wouldn't. Already said that. But yeah, they didn't do the shot that I was kind of assuming that they were going to do, which was like something heading towards the camera.
Mm-hmm.
There was a little GIF that was leaked, which now seems like it might be fake, of the Millennium Falcon shooting towards the screen, and I was just kind of like, okay, that'll be the end of it. It'll cut from that to the Star Wars logo or something. But hey, not like I'm going to complain about it. So let's break this down a little bit by little bit. That voiceover, that's fucking Cumberbatch, isn't it?
Oh, without a doubt. Khan has come to the Star Wars universe.
And fuck him for saying he wasn't going to be in this.
Yeah.
That pissed me off, because I was just like, this guy has to be a Sith. It has to happen. Like, he needs to be a villain in everything. I would love to see him be a Bond villain now. I'd love to see him be a villain in the Marvel universe. Just everything. Make him a villain in fucking Arrow. Make him a villain in The Simpsons. I don't give a shit.
Any franchise you want, you got it, Cumber bitch.
Yeah. You've got that kick-ass voice. It's like the best voice you could possibly have in movies today. So I'm pumped about that. I like that idea. I've been reading a bunch of comments that people have left on the different places that are posting the trailer, and one thing that people are saying was it looks like, and this is like, of course, it looks like, 'cause, well, obviously it's somebody's back, but hey, you can do speculation for anything right now. People are thinking that Adam Driver is going to be the Sith, and he's going to be voiced by Cumberbatch. I don't know what Adam Driver sounds like. Do you?
No, I don't even know who he is.
I haven't seen a single movie of his, or John Boyega, or Daisy Ridley,
I don't know any of these
or
people.
Oscar Isaac, or
I know Schmeagol.
yeah, I've seen him. I haven't seen Lupita Nyong'o either. Like, there's like nobody in here. The only Domhnall Gleeson movie that I've seen, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. There's like random H in the middle of nowhere. But the Harry Potter movies are the only ones I'm seeing of his. So
Oh wait, he was in Harry Potter.
yeah, he's one of the Weasleys. I forget which one though, because they all look alike.
Oh,
He's not Ron. He's like one of the older
the
brothers.
twins. One of the twins. Is the twins actually twins, or is it just one guy doubled?
I think they're two different actors, but I think he might not be one of the twins. I think he's one of the. He's like the brother older than that or something.
He's the dickhead brother in like the first couple ones where he's like, "You're not supposed to be in the hole." I don't know why I said it like that.
So he's got an edge on the other people, but I don't know about this cast, man. The couple of shots we had here, we haven't seen anything from any of the newer people. We didn't see, not the newer people, the older people. Total opposite here. Too excited. We didn't see any Luke, Leia, Han.
Fuck, we didn't see any
Chewie.
R2.
Yeah, no R2, no 3PO, no Yoda, no Obi-Wan, whatever like that. I'm kind of hoping that Yoda and Obi-Wan pop back up because Ewan McGregor would kick ass as fucking the ghost version of Obi-Wan.
Oh god, yeah, he's so wise.
Yeah. And hopefully Hayden Christensen
No, he could die again.
could be off doing something else or something. I don't know. But yeah, we didn't see any of the old crew, and we've only seen a couple of the new crew. No Lupita Nyong'o, no Oscar Isaac, no a lot of these kind of people. So all we really did see was John Boyega and Daisy Ridley and whoever the hell the guy is. That's the Red 5 or Red 8 or Red
They
Fox.
call him an Antilles because somehow he managed. That family line seems to make it in every movie. Whatever generation it may be, there is always an Antilles in each movie.
I would love for that to be like Wedge's son.
Yeah,
That would
because
kick ass.
wasn't Wedge's dad drove the fighter for Naboo
Oh, really?
in episode 1. I'm fairly certain that was the father of Wedge was doing was flying for Princess Leia or Padme.
I know they mentioned Bale Antilles in something, but like one of the senators or something like that.
Oh, maybe that was it then.
And one theory was going around about that Antilles is like the Smith of the Star Wars universe. Like Johnson or Williams or something like that. It's just like, oh man, you're another Antilles? Shit. But that would be kick-ass if he's like, what would Wedge's son be? Like Isosceles Antilles or something? Like
Doorstop. Come here, doorstop.
Slice Antilles. Instead of a wedge of pizza, it's a slice. God, hopefully if they do have him in this, he's not named something stupid like that.
I think it's gonna be great. People are gonna tune in to like hear our reaction. It's like, why the fuck they keep talking about Wedge Antilles?
Yeah, out of all the things, we got this new lightsaber. You're talking about Wedge. What the fuck?
Wedge is the man. He's the unsung hero of the Republic or the New Republic.
Yeah, he fucked that Death Star up in the second
Yeah.
one that he did. So we've got Benedict Cumberbatch voice, thumbs up. John Boyega is a stormtrooper. One of the first things that I had seen on the comments below the YouTube video was people were complaining about it. They were saying a black stormtrooper, and my reaction to their comments was, wait, why is it bad if he's black? And then I started getting into the deeper parts of the thread, and I was just like, oh, okay, this isn't a racist argument that they're doing. This is just bringing up the idea about the clones.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, that I'm okay with. If you're arguing about the clone thing, cool. If you're arguing like that they shouldn't have any black stormtroopers, then it's like, come on, buddy.
Well, there was always a fan theory that between A New Hope and Revenge of the Sith, they stopped clone production on Kamino. So then they actually started hiring poor schmucks to go out there and get shot by the rebels.
I could see that, and at the same time, it doesn't make any sense either to me. It's sort of
Hmm.
50-50. Like, they clearly have all of the resources to be able to keep doing this.
Hmm.
Like, it's not like the Rebels where they're working with scraps and stuff. But at the same time, if they did have some kind of like progressed aging, maybe they deteriorate faster too.
Hmm.
Maybe they just kind of went, you know what? Fuck it, let's just use normal people, and that could be why they're not anywhere near as good for marksman
Yeah.
ship skills.
And they probably, going into the original trilogy, they wouldn't need as many troops as they did during the Clone Wars because they're not fighting anybody. It's just like, all right, we own you all.
Yeah, it's
Shut
true.
up.
That's true.
So it's a good possibility they just, because if you look at a lot of the propaganda material and stuff like that for like the new cartoons and stuff, it's like, oh, join the Imperial Army. So they are. It seems like they are recruiting new people, not clones anymore.
Now, if that's the case, and they've got it to where anybody could be a stormtrooper or something like that, then Boyega could be a stormtrooper, and uh, I'm not getting the feeling that he is though.
Nah, it's probably like the whole Luke and Han in a Stormtrooper in A New Hope
Yeah,
suit.
that's the thing that I was thinking.
Although
Uh,
it would be an interesting approach to actually document a Stormtrooper's life. They're always background characters that just fall off platforms and shit. So to see a Stormtrooper maybe turn from a mistaken path of joining the dark side of the Imperial forces and then come to light to be one of the prominent members of the rebellion or the New Republic, because I don't. It better not be 30 years of fighting and no outcome.
all right, guys, we are joined on the line with another fanboy, Eddie Sakira. What's up, Eddie?
I'm good. Yeah,
So,
pretty much.
what was your first reaction to the Star Wars trailer?
I kind of got chills when I saw the sand because I was like, "Whoa, is this Tatooine again?" I don't know that planet never gets old
Gets a lot of sun though.
in Star Wars, always. I
It's a terrible
guess, yeah.
joke.
I mean, you gotta even it out. Just it was, I don't know, man. I got chills, and then I kind of got like, is this gonna be kind of like that Phantom Menace kind of thing? Or and then like I suddenly got all hyped up when I saw the darker side of the whole story. I guess you saw Sith Lord from the back. I'm trying to remain as ignorant as possible to everything with this new movie coming up. I'm trying to like forget. I'm trying not to read about J.J. Abrams and whatever whoever's being cast, and apart from the obvious classic cast. But I figure that the least I know about it, the less I'll hype it up into some sort of monster. And then when I watch it, I won't be disappointed. But it's looking good, man. It's like it's I don't know. I guess it's finally reached a point where Hollywood's treating the fanboy movies, the comic book stuff is being treated well, and I think Star Wars is finally going to get what it deserves after so many decades.
Now, the one of the topics that we already ran down was that's clearly Cumberbatch's voice, right?
I wouldn't know. I was like sitting in a puddle, so I don't really care.
Why? What? You're
I
sitting in
didn't care who it was. I was like Star Wars. I don't care. X-wings, droids whizzing, and lightsabers with hilts for crying out loud. I mean, lightsabers. I mean, you can't possibly fix the lightsaber and make it even more cooler than Darth Maul did. But honestly, with hilts, that's like the ultimate lightsaber.
Well, let's talk about the lightsaber real quick, and then we'll backtrack to Stormtroopers. Get your opinions on that. But Dace, what do you think about the new lightsaber design? My first reaction was, oh my god, we finally got another lightsaber design. But wait a minute, wouldn't that kind of be like problematic?
I would get hurt if I personally owned that. I would accidentally tilt it a little too far to the left or the right, and then I lost my hand.
Right.
Maybe it's meant as a sparring kind of like a jousting kind of thing, like you just poke it.
It'll be interesting to see how they use it, because Jedi's are infamous for throwing. Like that's one of the power moves in a lot of the video games is throwing your lightsaber and it boomerangs back. And if it extends or not, maybe there's a control on the lightsaber that can make that thing go further out on the sides.
The guy's got like 3 big ass fucking
Yeah.
lightsabers. He's just kind of like, yeah, you don't want to fuck with this.
I just think it was their attempt to saying, hey, we need to do something new, so let's go old school. I don't know.
They could have just put bacon on it.
Yeah.
Now, I'll admit to something that's incredibly dorky, but I'm sure that the people listening to this podcast will be like, that's not too bad. But I wrote Star Wars fan fiction when I was in high school a little bit. I had 4 script ideas that I had written like an outline for an episodes 7, 8, 9, and then one that would take place between 3 and 4. And one of the things that I tried to do in each of those was make a different lightsaber design for each one. Like, I think I had one where the person was just using little daggers instead of like one actual sword, and another one was like it was more of like a whip than a sword.
So like Electra type, like swords, katanas, whatever they're called.
Like a sexy lightsaber for women.
Like a size, kind of like Raphael has.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and seeing this thing with like the actual hilt on it, that like gave me a flashback, and I was just like, man, if that was tilted up to be like a big sai, I don't know if they still called them that or not when they get like that big where they're actually like a sword or something, but that could be something where you actually use it to like trap a sword in there. I'm not a swordsmith. I don't know shit about this kind of stuff. I'm like one of the last people that you should ask about like weaponry and all that, because I've never been into like the blacksmith kind of stuff, but that would seem like a better design, but that's me nitpicking something that still looks fucking awesome. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it just practicality was not really an issue when they were designing that thing, unless it can. Who knows? I mean, maybe spikes come out of the, like kind of like Blade, like if like a Jedi Master holds that evil blade, like just like lightsaber spikes come out of it.
It'd be great if there's a scene where he's just like, it's just fucking cool. That's the only reason I did this.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of curious why they did that in this trailer too, because it took until I think the second trailer, if I'm remembering correctly, to see the double lightsaber for Darth Maul.
Yeah, he didn't use it till the end where they were actually battling on Naboo.
Yeah, the first shot that they have of like the fight, he's just using the single side. But
who knows what else they got in store for lightsaber designs?
Yeah, it's true. They might have like a shit ton of them. They might just be using that one, and then later on when we go see the movie, we're gonna be like, oh damn it, there's this one and that one and that one.
They could have like ninja star, like made of light lightsabers. You know what I mean? Just light. How you hold them? I have no idea. That was just shit, like a laser. Basically, just how about like a laser gun?
Just use the blasters. They're like, I've got a lightsaber gun. It's called a blaster now.
I'm also very interested to see the backstory on this guy, because they always, like, when you watch the original 3, they always harp that there's a master and an apprentice. And then if you start going into the expanded universe when you're playing the games and the TV shows, Vader always seemed to have like 14 different guys in the side pocket that he was going to take the Emperor down with.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with that. They can either just decide to go the completely route of just abandoning that idea and just being like, yeah, you know, that rule of 2 kind of a thing, nah.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe that Max von Sydow guy, maybe he's old enough that he was kind of like, I doubt that they're going to do it, but maybe like he was Darth Plagueis. Maybe he's been sticking around and Palpatine never killed him. I kind of wouldn't want that to happen because that negates what happens in the first 3. But
well, they've got the what the hell's his name? I don't know if you watched the Star Wars Rebels cartoon.
Nope.
Vader's got an apprentice in it. That's the main Sith villain that's chasing down the new the people that will eventually be the rebellion.
And that's like canon?
So they say.
Huh. Now I could see that being the case. Like Vader's got an apprentice that he was working on to overthrow the Emperor.
Because there's also the Force Awakening game. He has an apprentice in that too. That he ultimately turns on, and then he's like, "All right, pretend to be a Jedi, and then we'll get him." And then the guy actually becomes full-blown Jedi.
The Force Unleashed one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the one that was Sam Witwer.
Yeah, I thought that game was phenomenal. I kind of hope it's canon. It was pretty good.
That was fun, like just picking up the stormtroopers and throwing them off the edge. Just
Yeah.
it was like the best part about the whole game. So, Eddie, what do you think that the Sith thing is going to be? Is that going to be that they abandoned the rule of two and this guy's been around for a while? Like Vader was training him beforehand, or the Emperor was training him beforehand, or is this like in the past 30 years a Sith did come to power again and he just knows everything for some fucking reason?
Well, I mean, it's a whole galaxy. So, I mean, what's to say there hasn't been a whole other sect on the side, you know?
That's true.
So, I mean, to think there's only like, oh, there's only one Jedi left. That was Luke Skywalker and possibly Leia, according to Yoda. I never bought that. I mean, the Star Wars universe is so huge, you know, and mysterious too, and cryptic in a way. Because I mean, they've only shown, the past several years, I feel they've only shown the more action-packed and the more mainstream side of the Star Wars universe. And I don't think you've seen every planet and every weird thing that's out there. And who knows? I mean, there's probably been some sort of like sect, you know, all along that have hilts on the lightsabers.
That was the whole difference between them.
Yeah, we have hilts. They didn't.
Well, I kind of hope that you start tying in some of the work they've done with the cartoons and the books, because there's a lot of characters that they've put a lot of time and investment in for the cartoon series that I think would transition pretty well over to movies in an older role, because most, like, Ahsoka is from the Clone Wars cartoon, where she is Anakin's Padawan through most of the Clone Wars, and then all of a sudden disappears, and nobody knows what happens to her because they canceled the series. She'd also be really old at this point. And then Kona is the new Jedi Master training the student he has now. So it'll be interesting if they try to incorporate it. And then there's the whole, like, Mara Jade, who's Luke's wife, and then Kyle Katarn.
Katarn, I think.
Katarn, yeah, from friggin' Dark Forces and stuff like that. They were cool characters, and I'd like to see them.
Oh, yeah. Kyle Katarn was pretty cool. That's true.
And we've got another fanboy that's joining us on the line. That is Larry Duber. What's up, Larry?
Hi.
So, your first reaction to the trailer, what was it?
Fucking dude, when the music started playing, I was like, fuck yeah, dude! And like, when he bust out the lightsaber, because I thought her rumor was gonna be like fucking some Triforce shit. And it was like, I was like, alright. And the little things came out the side, like, doo-doo. I was like, alright, I see what they did there. They fucking made it look like a real medieval sword on that shit. I like it.
Do you like that design with the hilt?
I do. Wonder why? Because it's like, you can't grab his hilt. Go ahead, go close my hands. I'll fucking it's right off. And it just made it so exciting. But my thing is, what made me laugh, and you know, I just get a giggle out of it, is that they got, for years, I always wondered who was under those helmets. It was black people, still slaves. Still slaves. I was instantly. That's what I thought. Instantly, I'm like, they're still slaves. Like, even in the fucking future, they're still slaves that are forced to fight. And I was just like, all right, it's just, you know, fuck. They can riot all they want. They gonna say no to the fucking Star Wars movie now. But
well, that brings up a good idea, because we gotta talk a little bit about Boyega as a stormtrooper.
If I may observe the thing over there real quick. According to Hooper X in Chasing Amy, he'd say that every white boy deep down wants to be black. So it's not that bad. Yeah, because in Chasing Amy, Hooper X claims that Darth Vader, Nubian brother, is the evil blackest man in the galaxy. And then all of a sudden, in the end, he reveals that he's a pale white, wimpy boy, and he says that deep down inside, we all wants to be white.
So
I was just pointing that out.
I'm working under the idea that because they never announced any of the characters' names yet, I'm working under the idea that John Boyega is playing Lando's son, and it's not because he's black. I'm throwing that out there right now. It's because by now Lando definitely should have had a kid. I mean, that was a smooth talking motherfucker. He nailed somebody.
Oh yeah.
It's Billy D, damn it.
Yeah, if he did not get at least one kid out there in the universe, this is fucked up because he should have been nailing chicks left and right.
I'm
To
Billy
the
D.
tune
I
of Barry
leave
White.
kids.
To the tune of Barry White.
Yeah,
And you know what? It
yeah.
could be like he's playing both sides. That's why they showed him. Like, bam.
right.
Like, he's a traitor, but he's, okay, all right, yeah.
I'm hoping that Daisy Ridley's character is the daughter of Han and Leia, and that she and Han, not Han, Lando's kid, that they can be a couple in the movie. I think that'd be a good way to like combine the two families together, sort of a thing. And I'm obviously hoping that Daisy Ridley is a Jedi, but not the main Jedi, because I want my fucking Ben Skywalker. I want Dom Gleason to be Ben Skywalker, and I'm gonna be so pissed if that's not true. So I'm definitely thinking he is some kind of a double agent, and it's not that he's like a normal stormtrooper that's just working on the good side eventually. He certainly doesn't look threatening enough to be a bad guy through and through the entire time.
He looks
Yeah.
panicked in the first one,
Yeah.
so like he's kind of like a wimp in my opinion so far.
Yeah. I'm like thinking maybe, and this is me really trying to piece things together. The shot of the TIE fighters against the Millennium Falcon looks like that's on Tatooine too. So maybe there's like, yeah, maybe there's a big fight with, the rebels and the Empire, which they shouldn't still be the Empire anymore. 30 fucking years have gone by. They should have lost.
They're now the rebellion.
Yeah, they should be the rebellion now. I'm thinking maybe there's a scene where there's a big fight like that, and maybe that's what the drop thing with the stormtroopers and the lowering ramp. Maybe that's like beforehand, and he is like panicked because he got found out, or I don't know.
You were also thinking, here we are 30 years removed from Return of the Jedi. Maybe the stormtroopers aren't bad guys anymore.
Oh, like the
Yeah.
Republic brought them back into the fold like they did with the clone troopers?
They may have assumed control of the armies now that the Empire had disbanded.
Or maybe that guy just found an armor laying around and just used it.
Yeah, there's a lot of different ways that this could go. Huh. I didn't even
I
think
mean,
about
30
that.
years removed, sending stormtroopers in, if Han's in charge of the we'll say galactic forces, I would use the stormtrooper armor rather than just people running around in tattered clothes.
I do agree.
Yeah.
As
Save
long
some
as
money.
as long as they still have at least one stormtrooper that could do the Willem scream.
And fall off the platform.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So then we get to a shot of a droid on like I'm referring to him as the Segway droid because that's totally what he is.
Like, how does he work? Like, is there like a magnetic center holding his head?
Totally,
was just
totally
fucking
possible.
Rolling.
Totally possible. Yeah.
I hope that R2 beats the shit out of him. Like he just whoops him. He's just kind of like kind of like the difference between Bender and the X1 robot or whatever from Futurama, where he's like totally out of date, but you still have Bender stick around.
I just
R2
wonder
sticking
where he's,
around.
like, rushing to, though. I don't know if he's running or he's rushing to somebody, but, like, with his shape, what purpose can he hold? Is it like a metal bag, like a medical unit or something?
Yeah, he carries medical supplies and shit.
Yeah, like, maybe, I mean, that's the only thing I think for him being fucking a wheel.
He's
You
a
know?
little delivery droid. He just picks up power converters.
Oh, you know what? I
across the
want
space.
to, take the fucking clip and do the roly-poly opening. Roly-poly-oly, I'm trying around. Yeah, and the rest of them, yeah, no. Roly-poly.
So I'm, meh on the droid. Doesn't look that impressive. Doesn't look stupid to me.
It was,
so.
but I tell you something, for a small clip and watching it on my computer, it was gorgeous.
Oh, the footage of this
Fucking
it
tons
looks
of detail,
beautiful.
Yeah. I mean, you got a year to go. This movie's gonna be fucking spectacular looking.
I gotta say the best looking shot of the whole thing is the X-wings.
Oh, it was gorgeous.
No, I'll tell you what really caught my attention. It was that Sith Lord from the back. That looked for some reason that looked really cool. I don't know why. It felt like, whoa, Star Wars is like dark now. It felt real.
Yeah, because of the blue and just that red, But I was gonna say, we'll get to that Sith guy, right? I don't wanna break up.
Well, what are your opinions about the Sith guy? 'Cause we talked about him a little bit, but we didn't get your thoughts.
He looks like he's struggling. That part when he was walking, I don't think he was going into combat. I think he was running from something, and that he felt the presence. And at the end, when it said the dark and the light, I don't think it's going to be like, oh, the light battle in the dark again. I think there's going to be something else. I think that Sith is not going to be who we think he is, like as a Sith. I think he's going to be something more important. Just because of the fact that why would they mention the light in there with the dark? So
I'm kind of curious about. There was a rumor going around that Luke would do something to like tamper with the Force or something for the longest time. And of course, there's been rumors about everything, so I took everything with a grain of salt. But maybe there is something where like Luke kind of after everything happened with Anakin, maybe there was like not so much of a balance of the Force as they really thought that it was going to be. Maybe it kind of tipped back into being unbalanced because of Luke getting too powerful or something like that. And maybe he's going to kind of bridge the gap between the dark side and the light side or something.
yeah, because he wasn't just like strolling ready to kill somebody. He looks like he was running, struggling, and then something was gonna come up on him there. Like they're definitely next trailer they've released. They're definitely gonna add more to that clip. I can't
I
see
hope so.
that. Yeah, because like even I'll be happy if they add the same clip, but just in the distance to see another lightsaber glow up. Like, oh shit!
Yeah.
Like there's something on fucking fight right there.
If they do that, what color should it be?
Orange. No, orange.
Because I work under the assumption I like blue better. What about you, Days? Blue or green?
I'm a green guy.
You're a
Mainly,
green one?
I was blue until Qui-Gon came onto the picture. Now I'm green.
What about you, Eddie?
Black or white?
Ooh, how would they do that?
I don't know. I don't care. Unheard of. Do it.
It's a purple
Honestly,
one, and it's
though,
just fucking Sam Jackson again. He's just like, surprise, motherfucker.
Told you I didn't die.
on that though for the color wheel. I don't know why the fuck I said orange. I was wrong with that. Green, I would say, because you had the blue tint, red saber, green distance would be
True.
gorgeous.
Well, plot twist. A new color.
New color.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Like just blow people's minds. Like Star Wars. Back in the day, just reinvented Hollywood, and I think you should reinvent like the color spectrum. Just something new.
They could always bring the
just-
yellow one in. They've always used yellows in the video games.
I did like that was Master Plo Koon had the yellow one, which was it looked pretty sweet.
Mr.
Hey,
Predator.
Orange was also Dark versus 2. What was the name again? Forgot. Kyle.
Kyle Katarn?
Yeah. He had a lightsaber.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
And it was orange. It was pretty cool.
So we've got, we talked about this, we talked about that, we're bouncing around here. The Daisy Ridley shot of her on the speeder, we were joking a little bit this earlier, that looks kind of like a shitty speeder that she's on. She is super cute. I didn't know this girl beforehand, but damn, I'm liking her.
You know what they say about chicks and motorcycles?
I could see the resemblance between her and Leia, so I'm 100% thinking that she's Leia's daughter.
Yeah, I can see that.
She's gonna be late.
Were you looking at her face, or were you looking at like her boobs and stuff?
I was
Well,
judging by her.
Because I mean, I could call it also.
Her face was really cute. She had them like good lip, like not only the lips but the cheeks, like good cheekbones. They kind of you could just look at.
If we're going full misogynist mode here, she's super cute, and I would totally be fine with her fighting somebody in the Leia slave bikini. That would be a great thing for the next trailer.
Yeah, I want her. Yeah, again, back to slavery. I want her to be a prostitute slave for a big movie.
Now she's just
Fuck
becoming
it.
a prostitute.
I just wanted to fucking pull the chain. She go, like, oh god. Fucking just lick
I'm
her,
Jabba.
slug, man. Jabba lick her.
I'm Jabba the Hutt.
Then we've got
If we ever play Star Wars, I want to be Jabba the Hutt.
we've got the Wedge Antilles kind of guy.
Dude, that's gonna be his son. If it's not, I'm done. I'm not gonna go see it.
Hey, you rhymed.
So the Rebellion, or whatever they're going to call themselves now, the Republic, I guess, they're still using the same red outfits, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if that's really useful or not. Like, they could have thought of something else in 30 years, but hey, keep something that the fans are used to. Why not, right?
I think this is like
They're playing the nostalgia thing.
Yeah, there's this only franchise where their technology has gone backwards.
That's
You know, I was
Totally
thinking
true.
that like what the fuck, man? Like in the first 3 movies, they had these sand vehicles. I don't even know. I forget what they're called. and the little jet, the thing. What are they called?
The pod racers.
Yeah. The original 3 movies had nothing with fucking pod racers.
No, hang on a second. Here's the thing about that. The person who pointed this out to me left me to shame. It was my little sister. And she was like 6. She was like 15 at the time, and I was like, "What? I can't believe this." Like, obviously, like, how are they going to tie the story and make sense if all this technology and all that? Yeah, but the galaxy got pretty messed up and fucked up due to war, and like the empire's corrupt and they steal, over taxation, whatever, and everything's run down and broken. And they're showing the lousy side, which is Tatooine. It's a dump, and then they show Hoth, and then they show, you barely get a glimpse of Coruscant, so it kind of makes sense that you see kind of like these run down droids and ships and stuff.
That's true. The only shot of Coruscant in the whole original trilogy is the extra one that they added in there of the Palpatine's statue falling down.
Yeah, exactly. You
Jar
don't
Jar
really
yelling in the
see
background.
you don't see anything worthwhile, so to speak, in the original trilogies. You're not in any place where it's like, ooh, cool, look at this technology.
I guess so. Yeah, it
Obviously,
makes sense.
the
They had the more
limitations.
the guerrilla tactics when they
Yeah,
were doing a lot of their
precisely.
fighting.
It took my little sister to point that out, and I was like, oh, okay, thank you for being creative and helping me cope with the obvious lack of technology back then.
I am glad to see that the villains are still using TIE fighters, though, because I love the TIE fighter. Especially that sound, that fucking thing. That kicks ass. It's my favorite fucking spaceship, I think.
Hey,
The TIE
who's doing
Interceptor.
sound design? Who's doing sound design for these movies?
Hopefully the
It's
same
gonna
guy
be
as
what's his name? I forgot his name. Shame on me.
Ben Burt.
Yeah. That guy's a genius, man.
And John Williams is doing the music. You could tell that.
Yes.
Oh, obviously.
Which that brings up another thing. Larry,
You,
that was totally Benedict Cumberbatch's voice, right?
with what?
Doing the voiceover for the trailer.
Oh, I can't say. I'm fucking terrible with that. Plus, who the fuck is that? Who are you talking about?
He's Khan from Star Trek.
No, he's Sherlock Holmes from Holmes.
Now, he's not confirmed as Doctor Strange. That's who he is. So let's do one quick roll around here. What was your least favorite thing and your favorite thing from the trailer, Eddie?
Dude, there's no such thing as like my favorite and my least favorite. I mean, it was too much, too quick. It was a lot. So I dug it. I felt something. That's the important thing. I felt something. If you feel something, it's got to be good.
What about you,
Period.
Larry? Your favorite thing and your least favorite thing?
Well, my least favorite is that little droid rolling. I just that was just a pointless clip filler because it was the longest fucking clip I think too. But I don't know, honestly, the thing that hit me the most, it was all good, but what hit me the most was just seeing that Star Wars logo at the end when the fucking music just came up and it's like it comes in, you're like the new title. I was like, oh fuck yeah, man, it's really happening. So even though that sounds like weird, but yeah.
What about you, Daze?
My least favorite, based on this trailer, has to be scenery. There's no sense of it being off of planet Earth. Not one space shot, nothing. Everything is taking place in front of scenery that, like, hey, that's Dubai. That's the woods.
Dubai.
So it's like, okay, that's cool. My favorite thing had to be when the Millennium Falcon bursted out on the scene and then the music picked up.
I gotta go least favorite thing, what we didn't see. I really was hoping to see some kind of footage of like Luke or Han or whatever. And favorite, man, that's tough because this. The more I watch it, the better it is. But probably that one shot of the X-wings over the water, because that just looked like they're going with extra style. No, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna go with the drop zone thing that I'm calling it, because at first it made me go, wait, this is not Star Wars. But then I was thinking about it, you know what? Why can't it be? Because we went through, the original trilogy had a certain look. The prequel trilogy had a certain look. This one can have a slightly different look too. And for somebody like myself that's kind of like, I just want it to be like the other things and all that kind of stuff, for that to hit me and make me go, you know what? It wouldn't be bad if there's a little bit of a change. That kind of wins me over in a lot of the things I'm worried about. So, awesome kind of stuff. Of course, that lightsaber moment was just cool. But make sure you guys tell us what you think about this in the comments below and what you think about what we did with this trailer reaction. If you like this kind of stuff, maybe we'll do it in the future for other trailers that pop up over the course of the next year or so. Eventually, we're going to be getting the Batman vs. Superman one, so we'll figure something out for that. But we're going to go around one more time on this panel and just do some quick plugs for anything that you guys want to mention. So, Eddie, anything we throw out there?
Yeah. Stop the press. If you guys hate that little droid so much, remember that stupid little rolling cube in the Death Star in the first movie.
The little mouse thing?
Yeah. Also, I really want to write an article about Bill Hicks. He's a comedian that died about 20 years ago. And, well, I think he's probably, it's my opinion, and a lot of comedians' opinions that he was the greatest ever. And I want to write an article as to why.
Dace?
Follow me on Twitter at the Daceman. Check out everything going on at fanboysanonymous.com and listen to the Daceman Show Wednesday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern on megapowersradio.com. And
Larry, anything you want to throw out there?
My name's Larry. I play World of Warcraft.
Nice.
And if you want to play with me, battle tag is Shiro, #1362.
There you go, guys. So stay tuned to all the other podcasts that we have coming to you from fanboysanonymous.com. We got the For Real Movie Club coming up later on this week, where we're going to talk about Thanksgiving movies. We're going to have another edition of the Group Meeting podcast for December coming up in the next few weeks as well. And anything else that's popping up, you can always just check on fanboysanonymous.com, and you will get more information about that. If anything else pops up from Star Wars, we will definitely be posting about it, so stay tuned for the articles that will be showing up as well. Thank you for listening to this trailer reaction, everybody. We will see you on the next video. Adios.